All right, weekend sports betting tips on the Barroom Network. Got Mr. Sean Higgs. Anthony is on vacation tonight. We are going to talk some baseball, NFL. First, we got to talk about Sean's trip to Vegas.
I'm on the other side here. Usually you're on this side. What's going on?
Okay. I don't know. I gotta.
Yeah, switch this up. This is totally confusing. This is not my Friday night spot. Flip it. We don't want that. There we go. All right, I'm in.
Damn it!
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to figure this out.
Forget it. Come on, this guy.
All right, hold on. And then if I go here, okay, then I add you, and then we go
boom
here.
There you go.
All right, figured it out. Took me a while.
There you go. Good. You got that figured out. You got your name right. It's good. It's a good start to the show.
You were in Vegas for a little fun and sun, and you had some girls at your party. Damn, I wish I was there.
Yeah, we had a little cabana action there.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Hopefully friendly.
Well,
Are they
bottles of champagne. They come by. They don't
professionals?
The one girl, I don't want to name drop the guys who can hang out with me, but it was all right. It was a fun time. You know what, Tooch? I had gone out Friday morning because I planned to go to it was Bet Bash week, so I planned to go out Monday and stay till Saturday, and then I realized that I had bought tickets for the family to see Sebastian Maniscalco. He's a Chicago guy. The Chicago people should be happy.
Yeah. Really funny guy.
Yeah, so I went to see his show was Thursday night. So I was like, is this the same week I'm supposed to be in Vegas? Like, it totally. I was like, oh boy. So now I miss out on all the can I go there to meet people and try to do some things.
Yeah.
So I did the show with my family, and then I went to the airport 1:30 in the morning. Had a 5:40 flight out in the morning. So I was just I didn't go to bed. I got up at the kids are we're starting school, so I had to come back Monday. So whatever, Thursday it was an all day Thursday Friday affair. I signed up at the Circa. Went down to the Westgate, visited my buddy. He's got a barbershop / tattoo parlor. I've got a nice little shave. He goes at the hot towel, straight razor. It was nice. And then the Hall of Fame dinner over that they had with all the guys was fun. And then, had a great dessert. The chocolate mousse was on point. Not the shrimp cocktail was excellent. The chocolate mousse was good. In between was they give you a salad. Who wants a salad? You don't make friends with salad. And then the Legacy Club is nice at night, but I was exhausted by 11:30. I'm like, I'm rolling out of here. Tired. And then I had the cabana from 8 o'clock in the morning till 11 at night, and then I was up at 6 to got to be at the airport by 9. You get to the airport, holy cow! I've never flew out of Vegas on a Sunday. I try to avoid being there on a weekend. I'll come in on a Sunday morning. Coming in is one thing at 7 a.m. You don't want to be there. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a nightmare. And I was beaten. The kids started school on Monday. It was all right, but I can't do that. I'm getting way too old to be rolling 36 straight hours. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got in the contest. It was fun. I saw some people out there. It was good.
Yeah. Saw you with Crackman. And Crackman gave a little shout out. Had some stories with you and him.
Yeah, we hung out, got a little meal together. It was fun. Yeah, he crushed me there. He's like, oh, send me a video of this thing. So he's like, what do you got? $5,000 cabanas. You can't get a better phone for $99. I'm like, I got an Android. You got an Apple. They're just not comparable.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, the iPhone's not comparable. It doesn't work with the Android. I get that for my kids. When we're having a house built, I was sending them photos and video, and they're like, well. My son's like, stop sending me this crap. It's terrible. It comes as a compressed photo. It's a compressed little. So my photo, it's crisp. It's like my camera here. It's a 4K. It's beautiful on the Android. It looks fabulous. I can see people on the moon waving to me, zoom in on people on the airplane looking out the window. Yeah. Androids, Apple, iPhones, no, they do not work. They do not work.
and
no Ann today. Where do you go to see? What movie did you go see? I think his son. He says,
him and his son are. His son moved out there with him to go to high school, so he's all jazzed about that, And his son is going to a nicer high school than where he was at. So
it's better than high school in Florida. But win-win bikinis, perfect.
Right. Yep, perfect.
What more does a 15-year-old boy need?
Win-win. So. Yeah, I'm guessing they're going to Alien Romulus, which is supposed to be really scary.
Oh, it's an Alien. All right.
Yeah. It's not Ridley Scott. He's the producer, but it's the director who did the Evil Dead reboot. It's supposed to be really gory and really scary.
I liked the Alien was all right. The second one, obviously the Alien, the Sigourney Weaver one, I guess is like the sequel, which was
Classic. Yeah, the first one.
The first one, and then
I was 11 years old when that came out. I saw it in the theater. My uncle took me out. I saw nightmares for a month.
First two were good. I didn't see the other ones because they look stupid.
Yeah.
And then they had, what was the one they just did that was supposed to be like the prequel to all of them?
That was good. Prometheus. Yeah, that was good too.
Can you come up with a freaking original idea? We've had this discussion.
It was like the origin story of the.
Can you stop going back to the 80s and ruining everything that we grew up with? Can you stop it? I was rolling through like Prime. What was I watching on Prime the other day? Some movie. What movie was I watching? Anyway, I forgot what it was. Maybe Frozen Ground or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're just talking about
that one. I have to see.
Yeah, I think that was on there. And then I came across like shows, and they had like Bel Air, like a remake of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like, how are you remaking the Fresh Prince? Can you stop it? Can you just stop with the remakes?
The Nicolas Cage Frozen Ground, right?
Yeah, he was in it with John Cusack, and Dean Morris was in it.
Right.
The guy from Breaking Bad. It was all right. I first of all, I like Nick Cage. I could do Nick Cage movies.
Yeah.
John Cusack. He had some good 80s flicks, good 80s flicks, and then he kind of fell off the map a little bit. He did like
a lot. Hasn't done a lot.
Like was he in like Grosse Pointe Blank? He was dead in the 90s.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, Better Off Dead.
Yeah, Better Off Dead. One Crazy Summer. Like those two were great. Say Anything's obviously a 80s cold. He was also in a thing called, I think it was called the Number Station. I don't know if you ever saw Number Station.
Yeah, that was good too. And
he's like a CIA kind of code breaker kind of guy. He's works at a place. And then what was the one he was in like the motel where he's like a psycho with
Identity.
Yes, I think that was pretty good low-key movie. Yeah.
Yep, a lot of good. It was good. A lot of good cast members in that one. Then he's been playing bad guys.
Well, yeah. What was the one he was with? Was it True Colors with James Spader, where he's like the politician guy? He like runs with the politician.
Wow, look at that, man! And Nicolas Cage is John Madden.
Yeah, John Madden. Like, I'm sure somebody like Brian Dennehy's passed away by now. But
that's Ramon Scott. I'm a huge fan. I think he's great. He's on Pick Dogs, Morning Steam.
Oh, you don't know Ramon?
No,
Ramon's a good guy.
I'm a huge fan. I love his breakdowns. He's great.
Yeah, he does. He's got the morning video, and I've been on a couple shows with Ramon. I like Ramon. Good to see Ramon.
Yeah, big fan, Ramon.
Yeah, John Madden. Really? How about? I mean, I could see him more of like Al Davis. Like him as Al Davis, I get it. Him as who's the tight end? Todd Christensen. I could get by. Lyle Alzado. John Madden. Where? Give me crazy Gary Busey. I think, see, 20 years ago, Brian Dennehy, I think, would have been perfect for that role.
Yeah.
Or even, well, he passed away, Philip Seymour Hoffman, I thought probably. I'm just thinking of like a chubby guy who kind of gets a role. Yeah, I could do the role. You know what? I'm available. I'm a chubby guy. I could do it. Boom. Have Frank Colinato just do the voiceover for me, but I'll be the body.
He was classic. Well, I was going to say, have you seen the Nicolas Cage Pig? Have you seen that one? You got to see that one. That was like, it's a recent movie. I think it was in the last couple of years, and
he's done a straight to the old DVD box video. Yeah, a lot of stuff straight onto Prime or Tubi or some channel.
You got to see this one, man. It's really good. He's like a recluse. He lives in this cabin in the woods. He's got a truffle-smelling pig, and he sells truffles to high-end restaurants in Seattle or Portland. I think it's Seattle. Anyways, someone steals his pig, and it's like a revenge movie. It's like,
what's he doing? Is he still trying to pay off the IRS?
Man, it's so good. It's like it's a revenge show. You uncover his past. He used to be this like fantastic, like gourmet chef. He had a restaurant and everything. He was like world renowned and stuff. You got to see it, man. It's killer. It's got really good reviews too. It's just called Pig. Nicolas Cage.
See, if we're doing chef movies, I'll go chef like John Favreau, where he runs.
Yeah, that was great.
Starts the food truck. He starts the food truck.
Yeah, that was excellent.
It's molten. It's supposed to be like this inside.
Yeah, that was great.
If you worked in a restaurant, I worked in a restaurant as a kid. Like
me too.
Everybody should have worked. Like that stuff is just hilarious. That is just hilarious. I enjoy a food truck. I'd like to have a food truck. I'd call it it'd be a chicken place.
Yeah.
Poultry in Motion would be my name of my place.
Actually,
I got a buddy who's he trademarked the Poultry in Motion name for a food truck.
That's a great name, man.
Yeah.
Poultry in Motion for a chicken food truck. It's classic.
That's a little play on words for Lawrence Moten of the Syracuse Orange for you degenerate Syracuse fans out there, those sports betting. Lawrence Moten. Poetry in Motion. Poetry Moten was what they'd say on ESPN back in the day. Not to be confused with who's that? What was the singer who sang that?
Thomas Dolby.
Thomas Dolby, Blinded Me with Science.
Blinded Me with Science. Yep. I love that song too.
Yeah, it's a good tune. Thomas Dolby.
All right. Sign up with Sean at winningfreepicks.com or VIP for all three of us, Anthony, myself, and Sean. Let's see. Yeah, she blinded me with science, Ramon. We got to have Ramon on sometime. Maybe he'll come on with us sometime.
He'll come on.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm a huge fan. I love Morning Steam. I usually catch that almost every day. But
he's an early riser. He's
he's on with Tiffany
Tony,
and
I knew he was doing Tony T before.
Yeah, it's
well, he'll tell you. He's in the chat.
Two chicks who bet or something. Two.
Oh, has he got a new one now?
Well, she's one of the gals from that show. Two chicks who bet or something, and they're both from Iowa. So it's like, or at least Tiffany. I think they're both from Iowa.
So Ramon will answer. If he's watching, he'll answer. He'll type in.
Fellow state residents, fellow Iowans.
Iowans.
Yeah, let's. That was the name of my fantasy football team. Iowan the championship. Iowan. I won the championship.
I like it.
I got to think of a new one. It's so old now.
I got a fantasy draft with my chicken guy buddy, him and a crew on Sunday night. My name is Ron Mexico.
I love that's what was that guy's name? That his code name or his fake name?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Yeah.
Ron Mexico.
Yeah. One of my coworkers was telling me about when Tommy Pham slapped Jock Peterson before a game.
Oh yeah, that was over a fantasy.
Fantasy football, trash talking in a fantasy league. Yeah, but I never knew about that. My coworker pointed out to me. Yeah. All right, we got Twins and Rangers game here. Woods Richardson versus Heaney. I never liked Heaney.
The guy was a first rounder, supposed to be a stud, and he's just been a bounce around guy, bullpen to starter, spot starter. Ant would be proud. You got the Rangers at home here at the second team, not the first one. You
finally got it.
Twins at Rangers. Good job there.
Yep.
Listen, this Wood Richardson guy's been pretty good. He hasn't been terrible. I like I had the Twins last night in the under. I would say Twins again here, just because I think the Rangers are, they're cooked. As far as I'm concerned, the season is over. They had a losing streak, although they did pull out the win in their last game versus Boston. The Twins are battling here. They could win the division. They're obviously in the wild card here. I think Texas, it was there. They thought if everybody's healthy, maybe we could win a couple games here. It didn't happen. Scherzer went back on the injured list. I think it's a lost year. They started year with 7 guys on the injured list, starters.
All those
kid last night who went for them. Bradford, he was supposed to be part of the rotation. Now he's got 4 starts on the year. I mean, it was one after another. They tried. They couldn't get healthy. The bats didn't hit all year. Yeah, I'll take the Twins here as a little dog. I mean, I just think the Rangers are a go-against team going from now on.
Yeah, the Spencer Woods Richardson only allowed a 1-run last game versus the Guardians, and it was a 2-1 loss. And Heaney in his last start, he another loss there. It was a 7-8 loss to the Mets.
The crazy thing is he's 4-12, which you're like, oh my god, it's terrible. He's got a 4.05 ERA, which isn't really bad. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not a terrible ERA for you look at 4-12. I mean, 1-2-3 WHIP is put a guy or so on, not terrible there, But listen, lost season for Texas. They couldn't hit all year. Unders left and right. Move on. Give me the Twins here as a little doggy for the Twins.
Guardians, Brewers.
Pulling up the wild card. I don't see where they're at here.
What's that?
Yeah, Twins +2 in the wild card. 3 in a row. They're 2 back of the Yanks that are in the wild card for they're the third seed in the wild card, so they're in.
They're in as it stands, right?
Yeah, couple back of Cleveland here. 4 back at Cleveland, and they're +2 in the wild card.
Guardians still on top of that division. They'll take on the Brewers in Milwaukee. Gavin Williams versus Savali. Williams has been pretty good. I
like Williams, the young guy.
Yep.
A lot of hype for him coming up last year. He got hurt a little bit or whatever the heck happened.
Yeah.
Listen, Saval's terrible. He was bad with Tampa Bay. You knew Tampa. I mean, I know they say when Tampa comes at you for pitchers or players, you got to kind of like, wait a second. How come you want our guys? If they're trading pitchers, like any team needs pitching, they're trading a guy, he's done. Or it's a guy they don't want to pay. In this case, they're not trading David Price to somebody. It's not something like that. No, they're trading a guy with a 5 juicy ERA because he's not pitching well. Yeah, yep. Give me the Guardians here. Get crazy. Do a run line here. You want to take a 150 run line? I would do a run line with Cleveland. I think I get greedy sometimes. The 110's fine. I think Cleveland wins. I'm not a Saval fan.
Yeah, books have us at an even coin flip right here, over under 8. Man, I don't know. I'm with you on the Guardians. As far as a total, I got no thoughts. It go either way. I think Savali, whenever I bet against him, he usually pitches like an ace.
Yeah, so that's always the case. Whenever you think guy's terrible, you go for it. And you come back and bury you. Like, what the heck?
There's 2 guys like that, Cal Quantrill and Aaron Savali. For me, if I bet, I know that they're crap. But whenever I bet against them, they pitch awesome and win. It's like, I know they're terrible. They're both terrible. But that's the way it is. It's just my bad. And then I don't play them the next time around. Then I'll be like, maybe I'll go back to the well.
Yeah. Nope.
Cycle repeats. White Sox, Astros. Remember getting +230 with Garrett Crochet, but to be honest, it seems like he's not into it anymore, man.
Listen, look at the way, they're pulling him out in the 4th or 5th inning. This guy, he's already at 120. He's never pitched so many innings in his entire life for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's going 4 or 5 innings, and let's be honest, when it came out like, hey, I want an extension, I'm not going to pitch here.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what are you talking about? Don't you want to get off the team?
Yeah.
But you know what? He's a guy who's a relief pitcher.
Yep. Started
came in throwing, way over his head. He had a great first half of the year.
Yep.
That's going to catch up. When you've only thrown 50 pitches in a season or 50 innings a season, and you've doubled that. Yeah, I get his concern about breaking down and the way they do these Tommy John surgeries. Everybody, it's like you got to throw hard every single pitch, and we're shocked that guys are going in. Bueller's off his second. The guy would have been a Hall of Famer. He's in a second Tommy John surgery at 29 years old. He's done. He'll never be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So I understand his thing, and 4 and 5 innings, that's all you're going to get out of this guy. The run line here, it went from it was plus money this morning. It was plus 110, 115 this morning. Now it's minus 135 in this game.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Ribby props in this game too. So I gave them out today on my little the midday money. I went the entire lineup, everybody. Altuve, I'll start. Dubin was 220, Bregman 180, Myers 195, Pena 185, Altuve 190, Yordi was 150, Diaz 170, McCormick 285. I think this guy's gonna go 4 or 5 innings. He'll give up a few runs, and then that bullpen comes in.
Yep.
As long as I don't have a Soto situation where one guy hitting 3 2-run home runs, and is clearing the bases every time, I should get half of these. I think half this lineup gets Ribbies tonight.
So with this game, so I like the over in this game because I think Astros will hit. But Arrigetti's been darn good. I think Astros got to do all the heavy lifting. So I might look at the Astros team total.
That's what I was worried about it. It goes. It's 6-2. You're a loser here. And I could get 5 Ribbies from 5 different guys.
Yep.
6-0. It's like, all right, I got my Ribbies, but it still doesn't go over because you get nothing out of the Sox.
The team total's been 4.5 for the Astros.
Yeah, listen, the Stros to me. Let's be honest. The American League looks pretty wide open now. The Royals. Well, the Royals again have trouble on the road. I'm not impressed with Cleveland. Minnesota might be sneaky good. The Yanks, I think, have pitcher problems, and the lineup as good as Judge and Soto are. They're going to face a real pitcher. You're going to be losing games 3-2 in that because you got 2 hitters.
Yep.
And then the Orioles have no bullpen or no closer.
Bullpen.
The closer's a problem.
Closer's
And
no
the fact
problem.
that Rodriguez got hurt, Eflin is so-so. I mean, you had to do better than Eflin and Rogers. I mean, it's okay. You had the talent. You could have went out and got Miller from the A's to really lock down the ninth inning.
Yeah.
You could have went all in on
That was your
Scooble.
guy, yeah.
I don't get a team not trying to win a world like, oh, well, we're going to hold on to these guys. So we'll be good next year.
Yeah. They picked up a lefty, though, didn't they?
They get Trevor Rogers from Miami.
Trevor Rogers, right, yeah.
Which, again, maybe he'll turn into something decent. Maybe not this. Who knows? I mean, that guy was good a couple years ago. Tommy John surgery.
Yep.
What do we got here? But the fact that you want to hold on guys, like, oh, we'll come back next year. Yeah, how's that working out for the Jays every year? Oh, we'll be back next year. Let's go. Yep. Yeah. Another last place finish. You can't think like next year we'll be good. We don't have to go all in. Wait for these young guys to come.
Yeah.
You're not going to get career years from everybody. I don't care how good these guys are. How's Corbin Carroll doing for Arizona? Rookie of the year, guys hitting 205. I mean, somehow they won 9 in a row, 9 out of 10, and got back in this mix. Go look at that pitching staff. That is, Merrill Kelly's just back. Gallen isn't as vintage as he's been. You think that team's going to get back to the World Series? I mean, it's nice to think, they could get there. Folks, if you're in first place and you got the best minor league system in baseball, go for the win. Get Scooble in here. Get another closer. You couldn't pull off anybody. Colorado just waived their all-star catcher. How aren't teams just jumping over this guy? Anybody else have all-star catchers? Who's picking this guy up? The guy was an all-star.
Yep.
They waived him. You couldn't pick up somebody from their bullpen who's having a good season.
What's the Marlins closer?
He went to San Diego. Who's that? Tanner Scott. He's on the Padres.
They should have picked him up.
You're going there for Trevor Rogers. Why not pick him up? Why not pick? You could have picked up Jazz Chisholm. You could have picked up Jake Berger for another bat, or De La Cruz, who they traded to the Pirates, I guess, right? The other De La Cruz went over there and traded. Yeah. I mean, no, Eloy Jimenez, I like that guy. I had a home run prop on him a couple years ago for season win totals. The guy gets hurt. I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to be a monster down here. No, he's a free agent.
Yep.
There you go. You know, Yankee fans, Yankee fans think they're signing
where did
Soto for 600? Eloy Jimenez is on the Orioles.
Orioles, okay.
The Yankee fans think they're signing Juan Soto for $600 million. No. They're signing Bellinger and Eloy Jimenez for like $15 million next year. That's what they're getting. That's what they'll be doing.
Soto's due for a contract next.
Who's getting listen? They can't. The Yankees will not pay him more than Judge. Not happening.
Yep.
Judge is will be a two-time MVP. There's no way he's getting more money than Judge.
Yep.
I don't hear. Well, Judge is a good guy. Get the hell out of here. He's got to be the highest paid cat on your team.
Yep. And Soto, where's a good landing spot next year for him, you think?
Well, I mean, the Mets will offer him a ton. I thought that the ideal spot would have been St. Louis, but St. Louis held on to Goldschmidt and Arenado instead of dumping them.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm 39 and 34. Let's hold on to these old guys. What could possibly go wrong? You dumped those. You don't have to get anybody back. So you know what? We're all in on Soto next year and try to throw the franchise half a billion, $500 million. Yep. That guy's pool host 2.0. He's 26 years old, 25 years old. What are you doing? Yeah. He said he wanted to play with Ohtani. Maybe he goes to the Dodgers. I don't know if they're going to pay him a half,
Wow.
Maybe they will.
Yep.
That's fine and dandy. You need pitching. It's all about pitching, folks.
So would you take the Astros team total? I mean, this is one of the top.
What's the team total? 4.5?
It's got to be 4.5 with an 8 total.
No, I don't know, man. What's that bad? I'm going to say probably 5.5.
And 5.5 and a what I can look at my two bets on Seattle Pittsburgh, both going to cash. Yep. Under first 5 and under first inning. Boom, easy money.
Murphy, Seattle easy under there.
Yep. Two great pitchers. Let's see.
And you got the Reds Nerfy or Reds under first 5?
Pirates and Mariners Nerfy and under first 5, under 3.5.
Oh, for the Pirate game. Okay. All right.
For the Pirates, I played them both. And then
well, don't jinx yourself here. That's because it's the fourth. Come on, it's the top of the fourth.
Yep, I always do that.
Yeah, you got a guy on first base. There you go. There goes. There you go. Yeah.
First 5. No.
2-run home run incoming now. Tooch, you said that.
Astros team total over 4.5 at -125. I like that play.
Yeah, I'll do that.
A lot of luck with the Astros team total. Well, let's move on to the Dodgers at the Cardinals. I don't know anything about Robleski, but Mikolas has been terrible the past few starts. Got a high total, so they're expecting some runs here at 9.5. Who's Robleski? The Dodgers are -135 favorite.
Yeah,
But there's no value on the Cardinals.
11th rounder coming in making his 5th start here. So he is what he is. Yeah. Minor leagues, 17 starts, 88 innings, 78 hits, 89 strikeouts. So nothing sexy, nothing like crazy. He's a strikeout to inning guy, which, in 2007, you're like, wow, this guy could strike out 190 guys, 190 innings. It would be wonderful. In today's baseball nerd world, that's not good enough. You need a guy coming in and strike out like 2.5 to 1. So I don't know how he relates. The numbers are just pedestrian down here in the minors for him. Yep. Nothing really that good. I'm not a Mikolas guy, so I'm looking to fade him all the time. I don't want to do some, I'm not looking to bet Mikolas. Him, Gray. This is a team. You heard me mention about them trading Goldschmidt and Renato. I thought they should be dumping everybody. Robleski, the number 6 pitching prospect in the Dodgers minor leagues here. So he's number 6.
Where are the Cardinals sitting right now in the wild card?
In the wild card, you have St. Louis 4 back. They are 4 back in the wild card, but they are 9 back in the Brewers now.
Brewers have been hot.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, they were just – well, that's right. Here we go. Brewers have won 7 of 10.
Yep.
And St. Louis have dropped 7 of 10. That's how they went from 2 out to 9 out.
Yep.
How about the Reds 7 of 10, and they're still 9 back? That's what – this is kind of like the Dodgers. Like, I was like, the Dodgers better watch it. Arizona and Padres roll off, 9 out of 10. But yet the Dodgers do the same kind of thing here at like 7 out of 10 themselves.
Yeah.
And if – You go 9-1 and you're still 2 games back of a team, man, that's gotta be frustrating because you really just gave a big push and you're still trailing. Trailing.
Well, Mookie Betts is back. You still got Ohtani and Freeman, some bats in there. The Dodgers big bats have been doing their job.
Yeah.
There's no value in the Cardinals for me here for +115.
No. It would be Dodgers, or if you want to do like a total, maybe you think there'd be some runs in this game. But again, I say, Tooch, you don't got to bet every game just because it's up there. Be like, oh, I got to get on this one.
No, my only play here, I would maybe, and I don't like taking overs on 9.5. It's a lot of runs. So, Padres, Rockies got Matt Waldron and Cal. Here's my other guy, Cal Quantrill. I never bet over 11.5 at Coors Field. Have you ever bet over an 11.5 at Coors?
The Rockies had a nice little start to the season. The pitchers are pitching well.
Yeah,
I mean, his numbers on the season aren't bad at home.
Yeah.
The problem is that of late with Cal Quantrill, 7.52 ERA, 170 WHIP. Yeah. So his nice start, where he had a nice start to the season, he had what was his ERA coming into May? 170. He had a 171 ERA in May. Not too bad. Like, he was having a nice little season. But here, here comes the runs. 3 runs, 7-2, 5-3, 5-3. So, he's starting to give him up. He's going back to the back of his baseball card, how he pitches. Yeah. I would, for me, though, run line, right? Padres have won 9 of 10. 5. I wrote it down. I think 6 straight. How many? 3 in a row for them.
Yeah. Waldron's won his last 2 starts, too.
Yeah. Only way I could look at it would be Padres run line.
Yep.
You get all full 9 at bats on the road.
I mean, what's that team total's got to be, what, 5.5, 6.5?
Oh, probably. I mean, I know you. I see. I'm not jumping into team. I'm just going Padres here. I'm not. I know people love the team totals, I get it. You know what? The guy throws a gem. 6.5. So I mean, this game could be 5-1. You don't know who's going to go up. I mean, they waived an all-star catcher. Where do you think these guys care?
Most teams last time I bet an over on the Rockies for the full game, both teams. Rockies scored 1 run.
Most times, like this time of year, young guys come up and they want to hit. They play. They add a little energy because they're looking to impress the management.
Yeah.
The veterans on the team want to pad their stats for their next paycheck. Going somewhere else on in the offseason. how are the Rockies mindset? Let's waive our all-star catcher. You could have traded him. You could have traded him 2 weeks ago. I don't get it. That's why they're the Rockies.
Yeah. Braves at the Angels. Schwellenbach, who's been really good, man. I was kind of making fun of him last time with you and Anthony, but he's been missing some bats.
Just so you know, 2-run home run, Luke Raleigh off Paul Skeens, 2-0 here in the 4th inning, by the way.
There goes my under 3.5. Oh, shit. Maybe he'll shut down here a little bit here. Yeah, Skeens got roughed up his last start, but.
And that's another thing with this guy. Oh, Cy Young. Like I was doing midday, my people are like, oh, he's Cy. The guy doesn't even qualify for an ERA title with his 15 starts. Like, come on. Yeah. He's got 15 starts. Everybody else is going to be at 30. He's going to have 20. No, he's not Cy Young. He's having a nice season. But are we giving batting titles to guys with 280 at bats hitting 397?
Yeah.
No. Stop it. Get some help.
Only play Braves run line here.
Oh, I don't want Braves on a run line. No way. No. Listen, this Brave team, Tooch, unders all year.
Oh, yeah.
Not hitting. I mean, they are 69-47 to the under. And run lines, they don't even cover run lines. And yet again, you're going to want them to come in here and score runs? I don't care that they scored runs. That's a miracle, 13 runs.
Schwellenbach has pitched well. That's the only.
No, I don't want anything to do with it. I would take a flyer on Soriano or just an under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soriano lost his last start, pitched 6 innings though, but it was a 2-3 loss at the Nationals. I don't know. What do you think of Soriano this season?
I think he's having a decent season for a bad team.
Is he a starter or really just a bullpen game for the Angels?
He's a starter. He's got 21 games, 19 starts.
I remember.
So he's got a 223 batting average against a 119 whip. Last year he was a reliever for them.
He was a reliever, I think. Yeah. Okay.
And he had 15 holds last year, so he was kind of like an 8th inning guy or something, probably late in the game.
No play for Sean. Maybe lean to the under here.
Yeah, I lean under, and I would say if you want to look at taking the dog, I don't hate it. I mean,
plus 140 dog.
Just how are you taking the Braves? They have not hit all year. You got to take them on the run line? I don't trust them. I
like Schwellenbach though in this game. Maybe a strikeout prop, but all right. Time to switch over to little NFL preseason action. We'll start with Bears Barroom. Bears -6.5 at Bengals, plus 6.5. Man, 6.5 is a lot of points.
It is a lot of points. But
how much of this is line from deflated from their game against the Bills, a 33-6 win?
You know, this is a spot here, and I was doing the show this afternoon, and I had Victor King on, and he was bringing up the fact that when you go back into game threes like this, where a team plays Hall of Fame game, they don't cover. Believe it or not, it's a spot where they normally don't cover. Now, those games in the past, let's be honest, you had a 4-game preseason. So this game today might have been, we got our feet under our, we got our legs under our game in game 1. Game 2, we're coming out full blown. We're going to have a good game here. Maybe have a little walk through game 3 and kind of play maybe starters in game 4. So, like think about that game 3 back in the day was a rest day for them, right? Because everybody sat in game 4. Now you get rid of that game. So your game 1 is still, I got a game under my belt. Your game 2 is, okay, let's play some ball here, which is what I think we're going to see here out of these guys, right? So this is their game 3, but they played a few. Where Cincinnati's like,
this is Cincinnati's game 2, right?
Why are we sending out Joe Burrow here? The guy's hurt last year. We just saw McCarthy go down. Like the Bears, let's be honest. You got to have – I know you guys are all pumped up over Caleb Williams. You want to get a little cheer going for the team. You want to win here, right? You want to – okay, we had a good preseason. You want to get your hype, but you need a little more hype. And I don't care. Eberflus, I think, is going to get canned when these guys win 5 or 6 games this year. The number to me says to lay it. It hasn't moved. I mean, we're going to talk about the Steelers game in a second because That line went from a 2 to a 5 and a
You
half
like
down back to a 1.
Bears laying the points here.
Would I do the Bears laying points? Yeah, I'd be more happy with the under. I'd be more happy with the under. All the totals kind of got steamed up a couple points here. Last week, I think we saw like 32 points a game with 10 unders, 12 out of 6, 12 and 4 to the under last week.
Yep.
The totals kind of all ticked up here today. I would lean under because I don't think Bengals are going to give us anything. I don't think they're backup quarterbacks. I think the Bears come out and play a little bit. So if you want to go Bears and under, we are in Bears lane. The Bear fans are going to be like, yeah, look at this. We beat the Bengals. It's in August, folks.
They'll be like, Bears are 3-0 in the preseason.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I get it. But you need excitement because the team's terrible. So I understand that. I would prefer the under, though. I said that with you and Aldo last night when I popped that. I said, take the under here.
Yep. These two teams had joint practices this week.
Exactly. More reason to like it under.
That's right.
Like, you're going at it. And those joint practices, I don't think they're really open to cameras and stuff. So you can actually kind of play.
They're closed.
Yep. You can kind of play a little more real kind of football in those kind of things, like running real kind of stuff. So, yeah, blase affair here. Bengals, the 6.5 says, yeah, we played in practice pretty tough. It's all you. You guys are home. Enjoy the home win in front of your fans.
Yep. For me, when the teams have joint practice games, have tended to go under. We got full slate. So we'll blow through these quickly. We got the Falcons at the Ravens. John Harbaugh does not like to lose the preseason, but dropped his first game to the Eagles. Sirianni and the Eagles, they don't really care about preseason.
This, to me, you got to take the Falcons. Like, the fact that this line is where it is, I always say, like, the lines makers, they're in the desert. They're in the Caribbean on islands where they have to fly in. You got to fly in food and water. You're doing pretty damn good. So when they throw out a line like this, don't get blinded by they're 24-2 straight up or whatever the heck they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Why do I think
the Ravens -1?
Yeah. Oh my God. They don't lose the preseason. Yeah. It's -1 at home.
Yep.
No.
Falcons here.
I'm not falling into that trap. No, thank you. It's Falcons or nothing.
Yep. Ravens.
Falcons or nothing. Well, I actually got the over in this game. I took 35. I got over 35 and a half.
I kind of like the over in this one too, but
I got the over
as well. Ravens as division winners. Not a lot of people who are high on the Ravens. In fact, you can get on FanDuel or DraftKings Bengals Browns to finish 1-2 in that division. It's like plus 1,100. Plus.
I got the Ravens to the Super Bowl.
Okay, you like the Ravens this year? Yeah,
I like them in Week 1. I told you take them. I got them at 3. I got them on the
versus the Chiefs.
Yes, but as much as Andy Reid with his time off and prep time, him and Mahomes at home, great record. That game for the Ravens it's going to set the tone for their season.
Yep, but
that was an embarrassing loss in the championship game.
They lost their first game to the Lions last season. The Chiefs.
Yeah, but the Chiefs are Super Bowl champs. They're not out here impressing everybody. They're like, you know what? Who cares? You're going to beat us? Well, we beat you and went to the Super Bowl and won. You guys couldn't win at home. So we don't care. If we lose this game, we're still winning. Like, I don't see the urgency as, it's championship day. We're going to, big party. Here comes the Super Bowl trophy. Fans are going to go wild.
Yep.
Might be a little flat spot for the players. Like, really? We just won. We beat you guys. We beat you guys on your field. We embarrassed you. You ran the ball 6 times in the first quarter and never again. Like, what is that? No. You have to. It is an absolute must. And I never say crap like that, Tooch. I'm never like, this game for them is, I think, their season. They have to win. Because they don't win this one, oh, my goodness. And I bet them for Week 2. I'm laying a touchdown against the Raiders Week 2 because either way, they beat the Chiefs. The line's going up to 9.5 or 10, right? They lose. Oh, my goodness. They have to win the next game. And they have extra time off, too. It's a Thursday. They don't play it again until Sunday. So that's the spot where I'm going to be on.
The Chiefs have won the last 2, right? Super Bowls?
Yeah.
They won the last 2, right?
Right. Yeah, they won last year, and they beat the Niners, and they beat the Eagles.
The Eagles. Yep. So won the last 2, and then, like I said, the Chiefs dropped their first game to the Lions. So
I told you there. I said I think we came in here. I said take the under, Lions under, and people are like, oh, it's got to be an over. Chiefs unders, folks. Chiefs unders. They're a defensive
last
team
year too. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. The good defense too. Speaking of Chiefs, Lions +7 at Chiefs -7. Temptation to take the Lions +7 here. You said Mahomes is going to play the first half.
He's going to play a little bit. That's why the line's 7. I mean, they opened it. It was I got it right here. What was the opener on this one? NFL Open 3.5. So obviously, Newsome is going to play. What are the Lions doing here? The Lions beat them last year.
Yep.
We're going to, they got Super Bowl hopes this year.
Jahmyr Gibbs is out with a hamstring injury.
They're just looking to get through the preseason. Let's just get to the regular season and start winning. Big game versus the Rams opening day for them.
Yep.
Opening night or whatever that is. Is that the Sunday night game, Rams Lions?
So you're laying 7 here with the Chiefs?
I would. I mean, did I? No, I got nothing on this game at all. Oh, no, sorry. I got over 36.5 in this game.
Okay. It's over 39 now.
It's 39 now, yeah.
Would you lean under with the bigger number?
Probably. Third, I'd probably come back. Well, I got a chance out of middle here. Yep. Maybe I'll do it. It's tough when you have a good number. Like, do I risk it? I'm okay in preseason so far. I had New England yesterday plus 2.5, which was I needed all that. They went from plus 2.5 to minus 2.5.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see if I buy back. I don't know. Sometimes you just want to take the money and run. Sometimes, especially it's just little. It's only a couple $100. It's not like something crazy. Or like, I got 3 dimes either way. I'm gonna go for a killing here. No, it's $300. We'll see how we do.
All right, we got the Giants at the Texans. 3 on either side. It's over under a 39.5. Giants getting 3.
Here's another one, Tooch. Opened at 5.5. Comes down. Total, I got the over 35.5. And I would still even think about the over in this one because I got a Texan team. I got Mills and Keenum, 2 guys, pros, starters, wins under their belt. The Giants, the line tells me Giants are playing guys. So you might get some Daniel Jones here. And then who? We're going to get Drew Lock. A guy who's going to want to – he's got starts in the NFL. He's going to play what, against a third-team defense? I think we see some points on the board here. And they got Tommy Cutlets coming in. I mean, that guy,
Take the over here, 39.5.
Yeah.
Giants, Texans. 2-1 now, Seattle, Pittsburgh. No more runs or I'm cooked on that one. I jinxed myself.
I tell you that all the time. Don't open your mouth until it's over. Yep. Stop it.
Yep.
Stop. You did that 2 weeks ago when I was on the show with you.
Jinxing myself. I was just counting my money already. Vikings and Browns.
Lucky Anthony's not here.
Yeah, he'll let me hear it tomorrow. Vikings plus 3, Browns minus 3, over under 34. Man, Vikings.
I kind of like Cleveland here
for the season. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Sam Darnold and a lot of nobody. I'll take the Browns.
Here's the thing with this, and why I didn't take the Browns. I had the Browns in week 1. They didn't cover the number. Yeah. I think they lost to Green Bay.
Yep, 20-6.
You got a bunch of guys.
22-6.
Every guy in your quarterback room has NFL wins under their belt. What a disgrace.
Yep.
So you think I'm laying 3 here? Why not jump in? But on the flip side is I got the Vikings who just lost McCarthy. So are you going to roll out Darnold there?
Yeah.
So we can get some reps in the system?
Yep.
Are you worried about getting hurt?
Get some reps.
Nick Mullins has been in this. Well, it's a new system now because it's a new coach, but he's been in Minnesota. He's been a backup. He's got a couple starts.
Yeah, he's decent.
It's almost like I want to take Minnesota here because the line looks too low to me for a preseason. Like, this is one of those I thought the Browns would be favored by more because why are the Vikings risking losing their starting quarterback? Now Sam Darnold's your quarterback.
Yeah.
So are you risking him? I don't. This line here, it's I don't know where to go. It's it opened at 2.5. It hasn't moved.
I think I might look at the under here. I know it's low 34, but neither of these teams have good offenses, and now you're looking at injuries. I don't know
this
how long.
Here you go. 37.5 was the opener on this.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to know.
Yep. Seahawks, Titans. This will be a good game, man. Seahawks -1 at the Titans. I kind of like the Titans. The other new coach, going to be trying to impress here. But, this line is fishy. -1, Titans +1. They want you to take the Titans at home.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Tennessee opened up as a 2.5-point favorite here. So that's all you need to know here.
Yep.
Seattle, for me, is a team that I wouldn't mind playing on, right? I got guys looking. Sam Howell, look at his stick. PJ Walker's another guy.
Yep.
Looking to not make a name for himself. He was a backup scout, but they want the backup role. And you got, Gino he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Seattle.
Yep. Titans, Will Levis looking decent. They've got some players over there. They've had some players. But yeah, you can't. I mean, the Seahawks are what, plus 2.5? Less than a week ago.
Yeah, they were plus 2.5 on Monday. Now they're -1.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the total 35?
You know what? With the move, I probably, believe it or not, I'd say over here. Mm-hmm. Why do I think the over? Because you got who? You got Rudolph and Willis here coming in for Tennessee. If Will Levis plays, I'd lean over. It was 34.5 open, so it hasn't really done much.
All right. Cardinals at Colts. Kyler Murray seeing some time in this game.
This is a game here. I like the over in this game.
Yeah.
I have 35.5 I got for myself here. I think Murray is going to play a little bit. Again, the line really hasn't done much here. Let me pull. It was 2.5, so it's 1. Murray's going to get some reps. The defense is not something I really like, so I'm high in the Colts.
Both quarterbacks are dynamic. Big arms.
I got the Colts in week 1. But here's the thing with Richardson. Does he play like he got hurt last year?
Yeah.
Do you play him in the preseason? It's like it's one of those. If I'm the Colts, you want him to play because he didn't play all last year because he got hurt. But on the flip side is he's hurt. Do we want to roll him out there? I'm all for letting the guy play and learn a little bit. If he gets hurt, well, you know what? You got yourself a guy with injury concerns, and you better start looking for another quarterback. Like Joe Burrow. He was hurt. This is 2 years in a row. The guy's gotten hurt. Is he got injury? Is he injury prone?
Yeah.
If he plays, if he plays, if he plays is great. But when he doesn't play, they're a bad team. So, and again with the Colts, I mean, who you running out there as a backup here? Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
Sam Ellinger? Slovis?
You got to figure that Ellinger and Slovis are going to play a few. Maybe at least a quarter each.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Yeah. All right. Jets at Panthers. Will we see Aaron Rodgers? Speaking of injured quick.
Yeah. I kind of like the Jets here. And I kind of like the over. Simply because Carolina, and this is just bizarre here, how they don't. I mean, it's 30, actually 31. Let's just go under this total. This is so low. How doesn't Carolina let Bryce Young play? You think this guy, he's not like Kerry Collins that took the team to a Super Bowl. How did this guy play in the preseason? He was terrible last year.
Yep.
I don't get it. The Jets, as much as they're like on their ready for the Super Bowl, I think we'll see some points here with them because Martinez and Peasley's the other guy. But Adrian Martinez is the guy he's a runner, right, from Nebraska. Yeah. That's your neck of the woods. He'll take off. Yep. So you got me a guy in there in the second half who's got legs and played at a D1 school and not like these other guys. He could probably, get you a cover here if you need it for to pull out a win. So I'd lean Jets here -1.
TCU or Kansas State, Adrian Martinez, one of those.
No, he was Nebraska, Adrian Martinez.
Nebraska? I don't think so. I think it was Kansas State or TCU, maybe.
I don't know. I'll check it out.
Nebraska was what was that kid's name that had last year? Jeff Sanders.
Adrian Martinez. He played college football at K-State in Nebraska.
Okay, so he was K-State. I was right.
Yeah, he was in Nebraska 2018 to 2021 and K-State last year.
K-State last year. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. He does some damage with his legs. A running quarterback. That's how the Jets. That's how the Jets won last week versus the Browns. Right? They play the Browns or no? Who did the Jets play last week?
I don't remember.
Commanders.
Did they play Washington last week?
Yeah. Bills at Steelers. Bills stinging from a 33-6 loss at the hands of the Bills. Steelers trying to find starting quarterback between Wilson and Fields. It's got to be Wilson. I mean, What would you think?
Here, the Bills, we just talked about this before the air. Buffalo just said today, and a little while, I mean, maybe a couple hours ago. I mean, I did a show at 1 o'clock, and I said, take the Steelers minus 5.5. It went from 2 to 5.5. Obviously, the Bills are sitting everybody out. And then it's a -1 here because the Bills say, hi, our stars are going to play a quarter and a half. I don't know what to think here. I don't know what to think.
I think if you were sitting on a Bills plus 5.5, you're probably feeling pretty good.
You're probably feeling pretty darn good. You're feeling pretty good here at the Bills plus 5.5.
That's like the information Crackman has before everyone else.
Right? But like this is, I mean, like who saw this would coming? It went from 2 to 5 based on we're not going to play anybody. Like, why would you come in and play guys? I don't even know who the Bills play next week. Like, is that going to be their little walkthrough at home? Like, if you get her home, let the fans see Josh Allen for a series. Like, that guy doesn't need a preseason. I understand. You don't want him to play preseason. I get it. You're rolling the backups here with Trubisky or like who's playing? Shane Buechele? I mean, who's there? Yeah.
Now, Shane Buechele is the son of Steve Buechele.
Yeah, the old Ranger guy. But here, back to the Steelers. How aren't they playing Fields and Russell Wilson in two halves here? Like, you think both of these guys are playing. They don't have a quarterback yet. Yeah. So I still sort of think you'll have some opportunity here in Pittsburgh, whether it's a first half, like buying on them live if they're down 17-3 or something early.
Yeah. Yep.
Or maybe it's 17-7. Let's be honest. Fields or Russell Wilson could probably generate a touchdown here.
Yep.
Right? So I think you find a live spot on the Steelers. I'd be interested in that, especially second half if they're down 10 points or more.
Halftime bet.
I'll take a shot on them when I got another starter. Russell, you got a Hall of Fame quarterback coming in.
The Bills, to me, seem like a team that are going to be lousy in the preseason and decent in the regular season.
You think there's no reason to play, but hey, the line. Do we got to bet this now? I like again. This is when I look for the Steelers to get down early and then probably try to jump in live.
Yep. Good call. Commanders at Dolphins. Dolphins -5 favorite over 38. Both these teams could score though.
Someone I know, and we talked about this. I think I said text told me, "Hey, grab this game at 1," and I missed
Dolphins
it.
-1,
and it went to 5 about 10 minutes later, and I was not ready for it to come in. I was unprepared. So I think the Dolphins are the play here.
Yep.
Even out of 5, I think,
Yep.
But
all right, Rams at Chargers.
Under.
Yeah.
This is an under. I know everybody wants to jump on the Harbaugh bandwagon. It's like rah, shish kumbah with this guy. But
no Herbert, right?
Yeah. So Easton Stick, really? I'm not
no
loving
Stafford.
Easton Stick. And the Rams, McVay doesn't care about preseason at all.
Yep. I don't think Stafford's already injured. He's banged up.
I mean, Stetson Bennett. We got Stetson Bennett here. Who's who?
It's Garoppolo's on the Rams this year.
Yeah, you know what? If I get some Jimmy G, I wouldn't mind some Jimmy G action here. But again, I'm not going to play this game.
Yeah, no play.
I like Jimmy G too. I like Garoppolo.
Little Florida interstate game here. Buccaneers at Jaguars. Buccaneers catch a 2.5 at the Jaguars.
This is an over for me here, Tooch. Give me the over right at the bat. The Jags, Mac Jones, CJ Beathard. Beathard's been in the system for a couple of years. Yeah. Mac Jones looking to redeem himself from getting canned. I can't even blame that guy.
Last game he looked terrible.
Yeah, but you know what? This is his what's this? His 5th year, right? Because he was 4 years in New England.
Yep.
5 years, 5. Where's the camera? 5 offensive coordinators. And one of those years, it was a special teams coach and a defensive coordinator running the show.
What's that guy's name with the pencil on the Patriots?
Yeah. So, I mean, please stop. I mean, this is the problem with these young quarterbacks. They go to – you think you're okay, New England. He looked all right his first year. And then guy leaves. Hey, let's bring in a special teams coach to run the offense.
Yeah. And
how
then
is that offense going to be?
Coordinator switched offensive coordinator.
What is – I mean, how do you blame this guy for taking a step back? This is the NFL, bro. This isn't Alabama where you can pull something like that. This isn't like the MAC. I mean, you can't do that in the NFL.
I think he was a head coach too. This guy that was
what? Yeah, I forgot who it is.
He's got a black beard.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
I know. I want to say Judge was the special teams coach, but I forgot. Matt Patricia was he switched defense to offense. Well, I mean, are you kidding me? That's New England football. Terrible. Yeah. So listen, I'm all about the over here, and it's like a rivalry type game here. Yeah. Kyle Trask, again, they drafted him. You think Mac Jones was drafted to replace Tom Brady after Brady left? Well, Kyle Trask was actually drafted first pick of the second round to replace Brady in Tampa.
Yeah.
So he's out here with a little chip on his shoulder to get stuff done. So I like the over 37 here.
Maybe we'll see a little Baker Mayfield.
Maybe a series. I don't know. I mean,
one drive.
Listen, to me, it's a total play, and that's like, and I like the Jags here. Jags in the over.
Yeah, both these teams' defenses are suspect for me. All right, the over. Sean likes the over, and this we got the Cowboys and Raiders. Cowboys catching 6.5. The Raiders, I'm not. I think the Raiders are going to be tough.
I think the Raiders are terrible, but this line here says, I mean, what's going on in Dallas? Dak wants $55 million. CeeDee Lamb's not playing. You got rid of Elliott 2 years ago because he was terrible, and you bring him back here, and now you're behind an offensive line that has a couple of rookies on it on top of to boot.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. I mean, I can't trust the Raiders laying a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because that's what you got to win by here, folks. Don't say 6. They got to win by 7 for you to win. So,
yeah.
Do you think is this a team you want to lay a touchdown with? I don't want them. No, thank you. And the Cowboys, how about an under? I don't think Dow scores 10 points.
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
It's a classic under 39.5. It's a decent number for preseason.
Trey Lance was – I'm old enough to remember when the Niners took this guy, people bet him to win the MVP that year. And he looked terrible for the Cowboys. I mean, like, wow. Stay in school, folks. Can you stay in school for 4 years? Okay. Can a team not – fans will be – I get it. You want the guy to start from day one. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers sat for a year too. How did he turn out for teams? Can you sit for a year and learn a playbook before your coordinator leaves, and then you're on coordinator number 2, and then coordinator 3, and your coach gets fired, and now you're Sam Howell, who was supposed to be the first pick in the draft, and now you're on your second team in 3 years because you don't get a fair shake. Man, it's the product is. They want to change the kickoff. The NFL product is getting worse and worse. The quarterback play is getting worse and worse, and they just force feed their hands for this nonsense. It's like baseball. These guys get hurt.
Oh,
what happened?
4th run.
Well, I don't want to say I told you so.
Yes.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I actually should say I told you so because I said as soon as you said that, I said, why would you do that, Tooch?
Yep, I know. I always forget. All right. Packers at Broncos. Packers catching 7. Broncos look like they have some decent players under Sean Payton, the Bo Nix and company. Javonte Williams looks good, but the Packers, I don't know if we'll see Jordan Love, a $200 million man.
Let him sit. I got the Broncos sitting pretty. I got a -3.5 on Monday. And this was a team, I think we talked about this like 2 weeks ago. We're talking about quarterback depth, and I'll keep bringing it up. I got Zach Wilson with something to prove here, and I got Stidham, who actually had a start here under Bree. So, he wants to come out here and do some work. So no matter, even if Bo Nix comes in and plays, I got 3 guys who are going to chuck the ball all over the field.
Yeah.
Give me Denver. And I got the Packers who are just getting ready to go to Brazil. They're like, can we just get to Brazil, please? Get out of here. They're ready to go. They're ready for week 1. They got a lot of hype on themselves. They think they're going to be this year's Lions or whoever to come in here and steal a deep playoff one. They had it last year. Let's see how you do versus a little better schedule and a year of everybody watching Jordan Love play.
They were leading the 49ers, weren't they, in that playoff game?
Yeah, it was a sloppy game. They should have probably Niners had I think there's a turnover or something. They could have maybe pulled that one out. The Niners took that a little bit for granted. They're thinking, we're home. We're going to take care of business here.
Yep.
But you know what, Green Bay, you're not the underdogs anymore. Your team people are going to be like, oh, here comes Green Bay. These guys are actually pretty good. We got to we can't half-ass this.
Yep, good. They're a good team. For me, I think they have a great chance to win that division. The Packers.
I think it's the Lions. I think the Lions. I mean, you get them a plus 135. I hate taking the square. Let's take the favorite, but to me, it's the Lions. Super Bowl or bust. I think pencil them into the championship game. I think they're that good. Yeah, it's easy to say barring injury too. Something bad happens. They're like, oh, you said they'd win. Well, I was expecting a guy to break his leg or something.
Last game, we got Saints at the 49ers. Speaking of, they want you to take the 49ers at home, getting the point.
The Niners were a 2.5-point favorite to start. It's flipped a little bit. Now it's Saints -1. I got the Saints 2.5 here. I'll still lean Saints. I don't like it. But I just had to play it based on what the number was at because it's like,
Yep.
wow, the people think the Niners by a field goal, easy win. Who are their backup quarterbacks? Like, this is a team. They had the whole Ayuk situation going. Let's be honest.
Josh Johnson, right, is the backup.
Is he still over there? I don't even know. Brandon Allen, Dobbs was over there. Yeah. Again, I don't want. I'm not looking to bet on a team. The line tells you that the Niners might play a little bit here at +1. Maybe the starters get a. They don't have to. Like, this is a team, Super Bowl or bust again, right? They've gotten the Super Bowl. That's what their hype is. And it seems to me, I got a guy on the hot seat here. I got a coach on the hot seat. This isn't even about like, hey, I got good quarterback play. I don't love the quarterback play here. We got Peterman, and is Peterman on his team still? Spencer Rattler.
Josh Dobbs, you're right. It's Josh Dobbs. Yep.
It's not even like this is a team where I'm like, I'm taking the Saints because I got a bunch of quarterbacks that could come in here and to get the job done. That's not even the point. My play on the Saints is just based on, I think the Niners are just going to mail it in and be like, let's get to the season. We got bigger fish to fry. Ayuk's back. Let's take care of business.
Derek Carr, Jake Hayner, and Spencer Rattler. And then you got Taysom Hill, who's kind of like a gadget.
Well, he's not going to come in here and start throwing the ball in.
No.
Maybe he should.
They're screwed if Derek Carr goes down. You're gonna end up getting Spencer Rattler.
I took Carolina in week 1. I don't think the Saints team is good. I mean, Kamara's never been healthy. I mean, people still think who's the wide receiver? Michael Thompson? Who's the guy in their
they got Chris Olave.
Olave's the youngster, but who's the older guy who was there always waiting to be healthy?
Was Michael Thomas? He's gone though.
Yeah. All right. Was the guy? You know what I'm saying? Like people just assume like, oh, Kamara and the Saints. This is not a good team.
Rashid Shaheed is the other, and they've got Puka Nakua's brother, Samson Nakua.
Whatever. Carolina week 1. Crappy Bryce Young. I'm taking him week 1.
Give me the under in this game. I don't think these teams score much in this one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Not gonna disagree.
All right, we're at the end. Let's get some free plays. We get out of here. I'll take the girls to McDonald's. Right now, I know, right? All right, let's get down the road. All right, Sean's free play tonight. Astros on the run line versus the White Sox. Yep.
The 135 now. Yikes.
-1. Yeah, you got a lot better number.
I got a good number, folks. The numbers do matter. People like, who cares about the number? Or just betting on a team.
Yep.
Would you rather have a +110 or a +115 or -135? Because the game could lose.
Yep.
I'd rather have the plus number. I'd rather have the Steelers -1 instead of 5.5. I'd rather have the Bills +5.5 instead of -1.
Yeah.
I mean. As much as I like you watching our show here with Tooch or any other kind of show you watch, do some things on your own so you're prepared. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you to take something because the value is gone. Whether it's baseball, football, basketball, you want a better number. It's not one game. It's a year's a game or year plus as long as you're betting every day. It's not one game. People got to stop looking at it like that. That's what they look at it. No.
All right, my free play, Bears Bengals under.
Yeah.
36.5.
I like it.
Tomorrow at noon, Central Time. All right, and not only did we give away a couple free plays, but Sean gave out a bunch of good advice for all the football games tomorrow and baseball games tonight. Next week I'll be back. We got to talk a little NFL futures and college football realignment coming up. Try and get that research.
I was ready.
I know.
That's all right. We went an hour.
Lovely when Ant's back, we'll get that going. All right, Sean, take care of yourself. We'll talk to you later.
Take it easy, Tooch.
All right, bye-bye.
Later.